Thank you, thank you. I just want to start off first by just letting all of you know, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a slight problem, probably a major problem. Just in case you didn't know, we are working as leaders and co-workers alongside people who annoy us. Amen. I'm sure most of you thought this was an isolated event, but I'm here to tell you this is not an isolated event. This is actually happening in kitchens and offices across America. Can you believe that? But I want you not to fear, because you have one great asset. Me, Chaun Vaughn, I'm here to save the day and make sure that you guys can learn to become a compelling leader, co-worker, friend, and that way that can deter the annoyance, and we can now work together in a cohesive, connected work environment.
The problem today is that so many leaders are still implementing that old traditional leadership style model, that they are missing the mark with their employees. Their employees are not engaged and they're not empowered. So that's where my heart-forward leadership conversation comes into play. When you implement these 4 principles of heart-forward leadership, you will see that you can reduce employee turnover. You're going to foster that employee buy-in, which is going to drive engagement, which is driving your productivity. And then you're going to be promoting a multi-generational workforce.
But I decided to go ahead and include the 5th generation, Gen Z, which is kind of hard to talk about because there's not a whole lot of knowledge on them. But we are having 5 generations that are currently working in the workplace right now. And this is for the first time ever. They are working together, we're living with them. This is our life. Now, when you look at generations, that could possibly be the main difference from you and your coworkers, is the generation that you were brought in. And that generation, because some of us have our ideas about how they are, could cause us some stress, some discomfort, frustration, because they don't do things the way that we do. And that's all because each generation has their own distinct set of values, behaviors, habits, motivational buttons, likes and dislikes. But when we are going to work in a cohesive environment, we have to be able to utilize that and understand that even though we have some differences, those differences could also be the ways that we can become very creative and productive if we utilize them together.
When you combine all of those things together, there is no way that you can miss the mark on cultivating a pipeline of successful leaders. And every great leader knows that when your team is successful, you're successful.
Best way for me to describe what a compelling leader is by breaking down the definition of compelling. So let's take a look at compelling. Evoking interest, attention, or admiration in a powerfully irresistible way. Kind of like how you guys are looking at me right now. You can't take your eyes off of me. I'm irresistible, right? That is what a compelling leader is. But what that means is this is someone who people are going to trust in. They know that this is an honest person, so they don't mind following this person because that person is so compelling. How many of you feel like you are like that with your employees? This is what we want to get to. We want to be so irresistible that people can never say no. When you ask somebody to go wash the dishes because you said, go wash the dishes, they're going to be like, I can't refute that. I'm going to wash them dishes. Yes,